to Texas. Louis Gohmert was supposed to go on to Air Force One and travel with President Trump. He was pulled back with this diagnosis. What did the president think? What did the White House think about Louis Gohmert coming out and saying not only, yes, I have it, but I think I got it from wearing a mask, and then hearing from staffers who say they were berated for wearing masks around the office?
The congressman was only learned that he had a positive test because he was going on this trip with the president. If you're traveling with the president, if you're going to be in close quarters with the president, and he would have been on Air Force One with us yesterday, you need to be tested. So he'd come here to the White House in the morning to be tested, and that's when they caught the positive diagnosis, because Congressman Gohmert had not done this. He had not been getting tested. In fact, he had not been wearing a mask, as just discussed. And even yesterday, when he informed some of his staff that he had the coronavirus, he did so in person, not wearing a mask, which is exactly, of course, what you're not supposed to do. The White House staff, I mean, they were surprised. They were glad that it was caught, of course. But we should note a few things. And the president did call the congressman from Air Force One yesterday to check on him. But yesterday at this event, the president was maskless. He had a fundraiser in Odessa, Texas, and then we went to nearby Midland, Texas, went to an oil rig, and he delivered an energy speech in which he painted the Democratic Party in very dark, apocalyptic tones that we've been hearing from him more regularly of late. The president did not wear a mask. Only some of his senior staff did at the event. At the fundraiser, where people were crowded into a hotel ballroom to talk to him, when we passed them on the way in line, they weren't wearing masks. And at the energy rig itself, only some in the crowd that was gathered in a tent that was open on one side, but largely enclosed and largely packed in. Only a few people in that crowd also wearing masks. So in terms of tone setting, the president still, shall we say, is inconsistent at best in terms of social distancing and wearing a mask.
I saw over this weekend, I saw somebody snap a picture of a Kansas campaign event that showed a lot of people crowded around. And the reporter said, this is the first time I've been out of the bubble in a while to see this. And this is pretty surprising to me. Actually, the reporter was not the one in the bubble. The people in the bubble are those that think they can keep congregating in rooms tightly without the risk of infecting themselves, infecting their loved ones, infecting those that have underlying conditions. I must say, it is like nothing I've ever seen in my life. People so adamantly and obstinately ignoring medical advice on a pandemic that's killed 150,000 people. And remember, at one time, you heard people saying, oh, it's only could be 30 or 40,000 people are going to die. In April, it was reduced to 60, 70,000. Donald Trump was saying maybe 60, maybe 70,000. We're up to 150,000 people. And you still have these, from the White House, just complete idiocy. You have the president running around doing fundraisers without a mask in a crowd of people. You have him retweeting a woman that's talking about demons and other bizarre things, mocking masks, talking about hydroxychloroquine, which Scott Gottlieb and just about every other medical professional says it does not work on this disease. It doesn't work. I don't know who's making money, right? But follow the money.
You have to ask
We've said it from the very beginning. Follow the money. For somebody to continue to bring up hydroxychloroquine, you have to ask, what's the money connection? Because it makes no sense to continue to push a drug, as the president continues to do, that doesn't work, that every medical professional says doesn't work, that the top scientists in America say doesn't work. It continues. But again, one thing again, masks, Katty K. I mean, you've got Louis Gohmert claiming that his mask caused coronavirus. It's like saying the aspirin, the Advil caused my headache. It's just complete, absolute lunacy. And yet you've got the president of the United States running around retweeting people that are saying masks don't matter. You have the president of the United States holding fundraisers in packed crowds, not wearing a mask. And you have Republicans on the Hill still just acting asinine about it. You know, you keep thinking they're going to change. You got a chief of staff mocking reporters. You sure do look funny in your mask. I mean, you just sit here going, wait, are they really going to continue this strategy? through the fall to ensure that Donald Trump loses by over 400 electoral votes and the Senate's completely wiped out? Because being a dumbass on a national pandemic has proven to be a bad political strategy for the party of Donald Trump. What does Anthony Fauci say about all of this?